Good morning, Bruins. I'm Noah.
And I'm Isaiah. We're your anchors for Tuesday, April 9th. Please stand for the pledge.
Today is National Chinese Almond Cookie Day.
Your lunch options for today will be chicken fajitas, wedge cheese, and pepperoni pizza.
Your sides today are green beans and a fresh veggie tray.
In national news, a remote village in India, the local people have been growing bridges from trees for hundreds of years. Here's Great Big Story with the video.
They look like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. Bridges made out of living trees. This is Nongriat, a remote village in northeastern India where locals have been growing bridges for hundreds of years. That's Wiston Mawa, the head of the village. He's lived here his whole life, since 1952.
Kita kerja start dengan gini riu temen suaki medet padat gini tiki lah thung gini ning jeri kan ya tiki lebu gini jengking haman lagi kedua jaka geba pendon kam kayak kayen nang ban kam besuk ban lại yêu lại hát ban đi lại thiệt chúng ta lại beri lại khnya.
To get the roots to grow into a bridge across water, they use wire and old tree trunks to guide their path.
Dia kapal dangrit mangga kan ikan lak dan lupa. Empat long yakin ya ni banyak dangrit. Ini tang ladap menurut kosau senam. Jika ni kejengking buat di itu kebah ar kalak long yak. Jadi mata sak enam kan ni kan. Ikan jeri badan hang ni ajan ni kan senong. Kebala penpau bersibun. Beriu nak kadang saudong ke belawan ban cuma pakai ban pakai kan ni jengking ban pakai ke ba sadin ni ban besuk lagi kun pusing.
In national news, an Auburn University gymnast breaks both of her legs in NCAA competition. A star gymnast at Auburn University had to be taken out Friday's NCAA gymnastic regional in Boston Rogue, Louisiana. She broke both of her legs and dislocated both of her knees during her floor routine. Samantha Serio, a 5-foot senior from North Carolina, was attempting a handspring double front on her first tumbling pass when she landed awkwardly and suffered the bad injury.
A group of tourists almost hit by a big wave in Iceland after a glacier collapsed. Now to CNN with the video.
Now to our sports and weather.
champions.
Yeah, you know, to fight through that humiliation, that embarrassment that we felt, you know, for the ultimate redemption story, like they're saying, you know, it feels great, and I'm so excited for this team, for my family, and for the, you know, Charlottesville, University of Virginia.
These last 3 games, I mean, all of them nail biters. What is it like to make it through all 3 of them victorious?
This is March, and we did whatever it took to win. We were in some really close games. You know, we did what we had to do to win. We scored 80 a few times. We scored 50. We did whatever it took. We showed how versatile we were, and, you know, hats off to every team that we've played. They all played so hard and competitively, and we've been in their shoes, the way they're feeling right now, different types of ways. To be the first to do something to history on the bad side and then come back the next year and do it on the good side of history means everything.
What's it feel like to bring the first championship to Virginia?
Yeah, me, Ty, Dre, we came in as freshmen. We said we were going to do this, and, you know, to be able to stand on the court before the buzzer sounded and said we did it, I don't have the words.
That was a CNN interview with Kyle Guy, a former Belzer student and most outstanding player of the NCAA tournament. Yesterday night, Virginia. Congratulations to Virginia. Our softball team falls 0-2 in the season with a loss of 9-3. Our 8th grade baseball also had a game away against Eastern Hancock Middle School. They won with a score of 15-2. After school, our 7th graders will be playing their first game home against Noblesville East. Also, today at home, our track team will have a meet against Heritage Christian. Also, today after school, Wesleyan will be coming here to play our girl tennis team. Our sports birthday for today is Curly Lambeau. He was the first coach of the Green Bay Packers. Now here's Derrica with the weather. Derrica with the weather.
Today's weather will be a high of 67 degrees and the low of 39 degrees.
Now here's an interview with one of our baseball coaches and his coach.
Baseball team looking this year?
We look pretty good. We've had more kids come out this year than we've ever had before, and I'd say our talent level, I'm looking forward to one of the better teams we've ever had.
When are the first baseball games going to be?
We start tomorrow, Thursday, against Southport. That'll be an 8th grade game, and then the following next week we'll play both 7th and 8th grade.
What does the team do during practices?
Mostly we work on different drills, hitting, fielding, obviously. They warm themselves up, work out, and then we just have scrimmages and basic baseball drills, getting ready for tomorrow.
Is there any other news that we should know?
No, it's just come on out and support your team. We're going to have a good team this year, and we'd like to see as many people come out as possible.
What's your name?
Eric Hall.
What positions do you play for the Belzer baseball team?
First base and left field.
What does the team do at practice?
We hit, we field, and do drills.
Why are you interested in playing for the Belzer baseball team?
Because I've been playing since I was a little kid.
What is the best part about being on the Belzer baseball team?
The experience and the games and learning.
Thanks to Sean and Derrica and our reporters Zach and Brennan.
Congratulations to all students receiving honor roll. Yesterday, lists were posted by the front office, and students will receive honor roll certificates and a coupon today. Get a treat during lunch.
There will be a unified track and field informational meeting with Coach Brodus tomorrow at 5:30 in the Media Center for interested students and parents in order to learn more about this exciting new opportunity.
Here's our joke of the day. The past, present, and future walk into a bar.
So what?
It was very tense. The celebrity birthday for today.
The celebrity birthday for today is Logan Williams. He is an actor who has played in The Flash and When Calls the Heart.
Did you know if you are bitten by a poisonous snake and fail to receive medical attention, you still have a 50% chance of survival?
Now to Mr. Harsher to finish off the morning announcements. Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. A couple things to talk about there. We got a busy evening of athletics tonight. We've got tennis and baseball and track. We'd love to see some students come out, but I do want to remind students that you cannot stay after school. Those events don't start until after 5 o'clock, and so you do need to go home and come back to the school. Or if you're staying after school, you have to make sure that you're with an adult who is responsible for you. Second of all, what a great little special there on Kyle Guy, former Belzer Bruin and LC Bear that went on to Virginia. If you guys stayed up late last night watching the game, you saw that he truly was shining, and what a great example of grit and hard work. Last year, Virginia lost. They were a #1 seed in the tournament. They lost. It was devastating. Everybody was talking about, all the haters were definitely getting in their shots about how could they ever lose to a 16 seed and all those kind of things, and they stuck with it. They overcame those obstacles. They worked hard this year, and they just never, ever quit. It was so fun to watch that, and what a great example of some grit from a former Belzer student on display nationwide. So a great story there. Congratulations to Kyle. I want to make an announcement here before the end. At the end of this broadcast, we again will ask students that are on honor roll to report to the cafeteria. Don't go yet, but again, at the end of this broadcast, students that are on that honor roll list will go to the cafeteria and meet briefly with Miss Neal. You'll get your certificate, and you also get a little ticket that you can use during lunch for a treat. So make sure you don't forget to do that. I want to talk this morning about cell phones. Teachers and students both, please make sure that you are giving me your full attention. In my walks in the hallway, in the cafeteria, and most importantly in the classrooms, I have seen an excess use of cell phones, and I just want to talk about a couple of those things this morning. First of all, our school policy and our handbook says clearly that all electronics need to be left at home, and that, again, if you do bring them to school, you're doing so at your own risk. So, folks, number one is many of you are carrying around cell phones that I know are not cheap, and just understand that the school is not responsible if they are lost, if they are stolen, or if they are damaged. That's one reason you probably ought to keep it at home. Second reason that I want to make sure that you're keeping it at home is that I have seen them become a distraction to the learning environment. Guys, we have got to stay focused. We've got a lot of distractions that already exist at school. We surely don't need to have in our pocket a tool of distraction. If you need to utilize the internet or the web for educational resources, we've given you a Chromebook that allows you to do that. You don't need your phone in order to do that. Some of you are telling me that you need your phone in case you need to call mom or dad or grandma after school. Remember that we have over 80 phones in this school building. We have our student services, most of our teachers, our admin, counselors, front office. If something comes up and you need to make a phone call, you can go to the office and make the phone call from there. If there's an emergency, the school will reach out to your parents. So you don't need that phone. So I am going to just give a reminder. This has been the expectation since the very first day of school, but I think it was time for some clarification. Teachers, if you see a cell phone out in, I just said telephone. If you see a cell phone out in class, please follow your classroom management plan. Give that student a redirection. If it becomes an issue or you've had to tell the student numerous times, please make sure that you're following your management plan. If that means calling a parent, if that means sending the student out of class, if that means writing a referral, then you need to follow that policy and make sure that you are holding students to those high expectations. I'm also going to ask, if it becomes an issue that you feel is pretty severe, I want you to email me that student's name directly. I will meet with the student and contact parents, and we'll figure out what's going on, because again, we've had this same expectation since the first day of school. The other reason that we really need to tighten this up right now is, guys, we're just a few weeks away from our statewide assessment, iLearn, and just like it was with iStep, and just like it's always been, they will not allow cell phones in the testing rooms, just like we don't want to allow it into our classrooms now. You would, if you had a cell phone in your room during testing, you are taking the risk of invalidating not only your test, but potentially the test of other people in that classroom. So we are going to be extremely strict about our cell phone rule during testing time. And what a better time than right now to refocus on that expectation and make sure that we are leaving cell phones at home. If you bring them to school, that's your choice, at your own risk. But remember, the expectation is that they are in your locker. We give every student in this building a locker with a combination, and you can put it in there and lock it. If you don't remember your combination, you can look it up on Skyward, log into Skyward, and over on the left column, scroll down, and there's a little link that says locker. You can look up your locker number and combination, and you can secure that in your locker when you get in off the bus or in the morning, and you can pick it up at the end of the day. That way you don't have to worry about all of the distractions. You don't have to worry about losing it, any of that stuff. So, I wanted to take a few minutes this morning to give that reminder. And again, teachers, please be consistent, give your redirection, follow your management plan. But if you've got any situations that you feel are excessive or students that are not meeting your expectations, if it gets to the point where you're writing that student a referral, please include me, send me that student's name, and I will also intervene. Thank you very much, students. We appreciate your cooperation with that expectation, and teachers as well. Let's make it a great day.